Welcome to the PenSoft Payroll presentation. Today we will show you how easy it is to use PenSoft to process your payroll. Our packages make one of the most complex, time-consuming tasks employers face as simple as a few keystrokes. PenSoft has developed a reputation from professionals in government and private industry as being the leader in payroll software. Recognized as the best value in payroll software for small to mid-sized businesses with unlimited free support, all in a single affordable solution. Internal tax tables are maintained and updated throughout the year to ensure accurate payroll processing. PenSoft automates payroll for any business. Program default information minimizes user input requirements. Reduce processing time and costs. PenSoft ensures compliance with government wage requirements, avoiding costly penalties and corrections. Software is easy to set up, use, and understand. Imports time clock information to eliminate manual entry time data. Accommodates a combination of incomes, deductions, taxes, as well as hundreds of reports. PenSoft provides a simplified dashboard for easy access to all functions. Functional areas are accessed from the tabs across the top of the window. The user and system setup is located in the upper corner of the primary window and gives the user the option to customize the toolbar options, data entry options, and user functions such as changing your password. PenSoft supports multiple state payroll processing for federal company types. The software also comes with standard predefined incomes such as regular hourly wages, overtime, salary, and bonus. You also have the option to create user-defined incomes. When it comes to deductions, PenSoft includes predefined deductions such as cafeteria plan and 401k. You have the option to add additional deductions, pre-tax or after-tax. A total of 512 taxes and deductions can be in the system. The company setup window is broken down into items for various functions within the software. Once you open your company, click on the Setup button, and you will see Basic Setup, Payroll, Advanced, Personnel, Form Preparation, Deposit Setup, Form 1099, Departments, and Jobs. The setup options will vary depending on your subscription edition. We will highlight the Basic and Payroll Setup. The Basic Setup consists of fields for company identification information such as the organization's address, system action options, and establishing checking accounts. Complete as much information as possible, so when you print your reports, you are not having to go back to the company setup to enter in necessary information for the tax returns or report to be complete. In the setting, you can customize the personnel name format. In cases where government tax reports have a specific name format, the name format required for the report will be used instead of the format selected in the company setup. A feature useful in protecting Social Security numbers is the option to include only the last 4 digits of the Social Security number. In cases where the full Social Security number is required, the program automatically prints the correct format. The program includes a generic payroll checking account to use. You simply need to add your account information. By clicking the Modify View will give you access to the data fields you need to complete. Also, you can include multiple checking accounts if your organization has dedicated accounts for various payroll payments. simply click the Add button under the Checking Account window, and you have the opportunity to create a new checking account. We recommend creating a unique account name to make the account easily identifiable for when it is to be used. The payroll setup is the foundation for establishing the federal and state setup and how your company pays the employees. Under the federal setup is where you would select your company type and enter in your FEIN. You also have the option to use a Social Security number in lieu of the federal EIN, and you can also select the option to round federal income tax held to the nearest dollar. Under the state setup, the address, the state you used in your address, will automatically populate a taxation state in your state listing. To add additional states, click the Add button, select your state, and enter in the information. I'll add Colorado to my list of taxation states. Here you would enter in the withholding account number, the UI employer account number, and the Colorado unemployment insurance rate. You will do this for each state that you add to the database. You can use the predefined incomes and deductions in the program, but you can also create user-defined incomes and deductions by clicking on the Add button, entering in the title and abbreviation, and then filling out the options as well as the default setup. When creating user-defined categories with special tax configurations, I highly recommend contacting Customer Relations for an overview of how to use the configuration options so the information flows to the government tax returns correctly. The flexibility continues in the Personnel section of the software. PenSoft Payroll supports personnel management from hire to retire. This also includes the processing of payments for independent contractors in the Enterprise and Elite editions. The Employee Setup window is broken down into items for various functions. You have Basic Setup, where the identification information of the employee is entered, as well as establishing direct deposit if they have selected direct deposit. Under the Payroll Setup is where you would set the pay settings, the pay frequency for the employee, the checking account from which the employee would be paid. You can also set a default department and a location, or select the option to enter payroll data by job. The Advanced Setup offers the opportunity to track benefit plans, dependents, and record evaluation information and create custom fields. For the management, you have education, training, and references that can be included as part of the employee setup. Form I-9 data, EEO data, and OSHA information can also be entered in PenSoft. Under the Miscellaneous category, this is where you can add notes to the employee's record. A nice feature is the ability to select a category for the notes to make finding a previous note easy. You can also flag the note to require a follow-up action and the required date, and to mark if the follow-up action has been completed. You can also add attachments. You can include resumes, certifications, any document that you can scan or that you have, you can include as part of the employee record. Employees can be hired as applicants or direct hires. Included in the employee setup is the ability to record terminations and employee rehires. You can upload the documents as I just demonstrated, such as resumes and transcripts. You also have the option to print an offer letter through the program. PenSoft also tracks leave. You can set the leave to accrue based on an anniversary date, by pay period, by hours worked, or if your organization provides leave at the first of the year, you can enter in the beginning balance and not utilize the accrual methods. Once you've completed the employee setup, the employee then is ready to be entered in the system for payroll. Payroll processing is easy and flexible in PenSoft. Payroll can be entered manually using the data entry screen. This is a common method for smaller to mid-sized businesses. When you're ready to process payroll, click the Payroll tab, Payroll Data, select your pay date, your start and end date. A feature I really like in PenSoft is the ability to lock the dates. That way, if I get interrupted and have to close payroll and come back and finish it at a later time, I'm not having to re-enter the pay date, the start, and the end date. Click OK, and you are at the payroll data window. The batch mode option allows you to enter hours for multiple employees in a spreadsheet format. You would enter in the hours or the piecework, and once you have finished entering in all the information on the spreadsheet, you would select Process and the payroll records would be created. Payroll can also be entered in on a daily basis utilizing timesheet data. Or you have the option of importing data from a time clock by selecting Import from a file. As long as the import is in accordance with the PenSoft file specifications, this will streamline your payroll processing entry. There are two formats supported, ASCII and XML. To walk through the data entry process in a manual process, I've selected my pay period. I've selected all the employees. There is an option to select employees by group, location, department. For demonstration, I will select all the employees and show you the ease of manually entering in the information. As I am going through entering the time for this employee, you will notice that the taxes and deductions automatically calculate. I click Save and Next to move to the next employee. To demonstrate the process of job costing, this employee is set up to be paid by job costing. So for this employee, for under window treatments, they have worked 20 hours. Click Add and New. I have the opportunity to select another job code, enter in the hours for this job code, Add and New, and then I can select the last job code for the employee and enter in the hours. You'll notice that the amount did not calculate. I can go back and modify, enter in the 8 hours, and update and close. I am now at the job costing data window, and this is where I would apply or make modifications to the data that I've entered. I click Apply, the taxes and deductions are calculated, and I click Next, Save and Next to move to the next employee. Mr. Smith is a salaried employee. In the setup, we have entered in his annual salary, and the software utilizes the pay frequency set in Mr. Smith's record to calculate the salary. Here, a few features I would like to demonstrate is you do have the ability to override taxes and deductions if you need to. If you are to override a field, you'll notice that the font color changes to blue, and it also flags in the database that this field item has been overridden. If that is your intent and you click Save and Next, the program brings up a window to give you one more opportunity to either correct the mistake or confirm that yes, this is what your intent is. Once you've done that, you have completed paying the employees for that pay period. Now you can go and process employees' checks or direct deposit, depending on how the employee has selected to be paid. To process direct deposit, you would click on the direct deposit button. And if you have your originator and your account information set up, you could process your direct deposit from this window. If you have employees that you have to print checks, you would select the checks button, and those employees that have checks would be listed. Those employees that are direct deposit, like Mr. Smith, you will see an amount value of $0 because they will be processed through ACH. You can select those checks to print. You can display first if you would like. You can print from this window, or you can go back and print all of the checks from the main check window. Once you have completed your checks and your direct deposits, you have an opportunity now to print reports. PenSoft has an extensive and flexible reporting options. Payroll reports has a list of categories. Pay date reports. This is where you will get totals reports, deposit requirements, and basic summary reports for the individual payroll. Under tax reports, there are several very useful reports. The status report will demonstrate the liability and deposits made against those liabilities and show you the balance due. Your federal tax reports are where you would go to print your 941s, your Form 940, your W-2s and W-3s. A nice feature in PenSoft is you can run your W-2s at any time during the year. It has no impact on the values of the W-2s, so you can actually do your checks and balance and your reconciliation throughout the year. We also have the ability to electronically file W-2s, state unemployment, and federal reporting forms. So when you're in your state tax reports, for the Virginia quarterly return, I can set up the return for the second quarter. If there's any additional information for the various line items, I can fill those in. And if I display the second quarter, once I've entered in my information, I have the option to e-file. PenSoft supports the state's initiatives that mandate e-file. In any instance where the state has mandated e-file, you'll be able to print a useful worksheet for your records and then set up your e-file to transmit your returns. You see all the states that we have payroll records within the system. We also have summary reports. And when you first get to summary reports, there are 3 predefined: overview, income, tax, and deduction. But there is no limit to the number of summary reports that you can create. So you can create reports that are exclusive for your company. It's a very easy process. You would click Add, And the system is a drag and drop. You would enter in your report title, select the number of rows and columns for your report. You could select the information to include based on the include items, and then you drag and drop the income, taxes and deductions, and management and other data that you want to appear in the report. So once you add the information, you can add regular hourly wages, whatever information you need for your report. Put in a title for your report. Click OK, and now your report is ready. You can display your report for the reporting period. And the report displays, you can send this report to a file or you can print the report. And it makes it very convenient for you to have a variety of information within PenSoft very easily. DocuLivery is an add-on service that saves you time by providing digital payroll payment summaries and W-2s and 1099s. You upload the information from PenSoft to a secure site. Employees and contractors will have a login to access the information and tax forms. You also need to be aware that to have digital W-2s, your employees must consent to receive electronic W-2s. To learn more about the additional products and services, visit the PenSoft website. A benefit that sets PenSoft apart from the rest of our competitors is unlimited program support. There is no additional support maintenance fees or per minute additional charge for support. There are various channels for reaching support. Call our toll number, email support@pensoft.com, secure remote sessions, customer relations specialist can see your application as you're working in PenSoft if you give them permission. Knowledge Database has 500 technical documents that you can access from the PenSoft website 24/7. The PenSoft Community Forum, where customers share ideas and successes in processing payroll in PenSoft, and the PenSoft On-Demand videos. If you haven't already, download our 30-day free trial. It provides the ability to kick the tires before you purchase. All information entered in the trial transfers to the registered version after your purchase. Visit our online store to see all of our other products and services that can help in streamlining your payroll process. When you're ready to place your order, call 888-PenSoft. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to working with you.